This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Wednesday. Buddy Hield and the Oklahoma Sooners had to claw their way back to pull off a 2-point win. This after blowing a big lead in the second half of the game. The comeback was the climax for Hield, who played in his senior game last night. Fans were on their feet in the Lloyd Noble Center as they watched Hield post 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in his final collegiate game in the center. On hand were Hield's family, who took to the court with him during the celebrations. Hield is the top player in NCAA college basketball. He is also a hot pick for the upcoming NBA draft.
If we find a way to get our momentum like how we did in the first half, I feel like we should do pretty good, and that's a build up a lot of confidence. This game should give us confidence going in TCU game, and we build more confidence TCU game in the Big 12 games. You know, when things get tough and when teams make a run, we gotta find a way to respond back, and we can respond back quick. We can't go on like 8-0 runs, letting teams go on 8 runs and 15-point game back. You know, so we gotta learn how to respond and be players. You know, make plays when it's needed.
The islands of the Bahamas were on full display last night during the game between the Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls in the American Airlines Arena. The Bahamian theme night gave basketball fans in attendance a taste of the island's music and culture. Dancing to the new song by Bahamian songwriter Stevie S., the bright colors of the Junkanoo Carnival costumes worn by few dancers became the highlight of the halftime show, a routine that included the Miami Heat dancers. This is just one of the many ways the Ministry of Tourism uses to promote the islands of the Bahamas. So the 6 athletes have been identified for the 4x400 meter relay at the upcoming indoor championship. The quartet and 2 alternates in no specific order are Latoya Williams, Michael Matthew, Alonzo Russell, Chris Brown, Ashley Riley, and Chavez Hart.
Many teams that will not have their better runners because most of them, like we know, training for the bigger or the big game later on. So we would have to be careful with how we set up ourselves and just remember that we have to do our best because we don't know who will be in our events right now.
The Big Ten female track athlete of the Big Ten Indoor Championships is Devin Charlton. The junior, who attends Purdue University, scored 23 points for her school over the weekend. The young sprinter became one of just 3 women in NCAA this season to break 8 seconds in the 60-meter hurdles. She ran 7.97 seconds, which is the best in the event this year. The time is also a new national and school record. She won 3 medals at the championships and placed 4th in the 200 meters.
Weekend, by far the best meet I've had to date, and to receive the honor of Big Ten Athlete of the Meet, I just thought it was huge, considering I was competing against a lot of good athletes, not just in my event area, but throughout the entire Big Ten. So to walk away with that honor, I thought was a pretty big deal, and I'm really proud of myself for that. As for the rest of the season, I'm getting ready for indoor currently, and straight after that I'll be starting my outdoor campaign in preparation for Big Ten, regionals, nationals, and then Rio is the big one. That's really what I'm shooting for come this outdoor season. So I think as long as I stay healthy and stay focused on what it is I have to do, I should have a pretty good outdoor season as well.
The goal for the 36-member swim team is to win the overall Carifta Swimming Championship title. The swimmers know that it's going to be tough, especially since they are going after their title number 3.
We don't want the Bahamas to be disadvantaged in any way going to Martinique. And we recognize that the whole Caribbean knows that the Bahamas is a top-producing country in terms of swimming at the Carifta level. So we will do all that's possible to ensure that our team goes to Martinique with every opportunity of representing the Bahamas, as well as winning Carifta for a 3rd time in a row. And we know we'll have a lot of competition, for example, from Martinique, Guadeloupe, and of course Trinidad. And one of the differences this year is that what we've noticed is that Martinique probably has 80% of the officials at Carifta. So that tells us that we have to be on our P's and Q's as officials. We'll have 3 officials already confirmed. We're expecting to have more who will be working at the pool in Martinique judging Carifta swimming.
The Orly Luther Games is geared towards much more than just sports. Organizers want to bridge the gap with planned activities, as well as focus on healthier lifestyle alternatives for many.
but we recognized that we did not have a sporting program or anything to do with sports. And part of this initiative was drawn out of the how do we extend the health and wellness initiative on Eleuthera to, as Tony mentioned, we do have a serious case of people not engaging in the best healthy eating practices, and we want to change those trends.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.
This is ZNS Total Sports.